Welcome to the Gallery Teachers Masterclass. My name is Ben, and today we're going to talk about how to use contrastive stress. So, for example, your English teacher's from Canada, isn't she? No, that's my science teacher. That was an example of contrastive stress. Join us for this session to find out how to naturally use word stress to express disagreements and corrections in conversation. To start, let's think about what sentence stress in English is. So when we are thinking about a sentence or a clause in a sentence, when we're speaking, we might want to think what's the most important content word in each sentence or in each clause. And this word is usually stressed more than others in the sentence. So here are some examples. The word in bold is the last important content word, and it's the one that we're going to stress. So a sentence needs a subject and a verb. This is my 8th TEFL Masterclass for gallery teachers. My grandfather supported Watford Football Club. She's the head teacher at her own language school. Now, notice the last word, not really, it's the most important content word. So here in number 1, verb is the last content word, but then look at number 2 or number 3 or number 4. We've got the first noun or the first word in a noun phrase. Usually this will be the word that we stress in normal sentence stress. Now, for a moment, let's think about what a stressed syllable is like. Let's look at this sentence. This is my 8th TEFL class for gallery teachers. Within that word, gallery, of course, there's one syllable that we stress. And a stressed syllable is going to be louder, longer, and higher, have a higher pitch than other words or other syllables in the sentence. You stress the key word, and if we go back to these sentences, right, there are other important words in the sentence, right? We'll come to this in a second. But the main stress in the sentence or in the clause is going to be the final content word, or in a phrase, it'll be the first word in the phrase, but it comes at the end of the sentence. A stressed syllable is going to be louder, longer, and higher than the others. So gallery teachers, gallery teachers, gallery teachers, right? Now, sentence stress in English. So normally we stress 2 important content words, the first important one and the last. So if a sentence or a clause ends in a noun phrase, you'd stress the first noun, like gallery teachers, Watford Football Club, language school. There'll also be some secondary stress. And this is normally the first important content word. And often we have a little bit of stress here and the main stress at the end. So a sentence needs a subject and a verb. This is my 8th gallery TEFL Masterclass for gallery teachers. My grandfather supported Watford Football Club. She's the head teacher of her own language school. Notice what I was doing with my hand. In a normal sentence, stress and intonation are connected. And we tend to go up with our intonation on the first stressed word and down at the end, right? This is my 8th TEFL Masterclass for gallery teachers. But then what is contrastive stress? So we use contrastive stress to add emphasis to one word. It can be any word in the sentence, not just a content word. So an example of this might be that you want the listener to pay attention to something. So think about if you're traveling, you're at a train station, and the announcer comes out and says, the 1836 First Transpennine Express service to Glasgow Central is cancelled. Or maybe the 1836 First Transpennine Express service to Glasgow Central is cancelled. Or maybe the 1836 First Transpennine Express service to Glasgow Central is cancelled. In each of those, I changed one of the words that was stressed because it adds emphasis. So Glasgow Central, not Glasgow Edge, Glasgow Central. Or the 1836, not the 1839. Right? So we stress the thing that is different, the thing that we want to draw attention to. Or maybe you want to correct something that the other speaker has incorrect. So look at this conversation. You work in finance, right? No, my brother does. I'm an English teacher. So here we're contrasting between you work and my brother does. One of the fun things about contrastive stress is that it's okay to exaggerate it. So we're using this to add emphasis to something, maybe correcting some information, maybe giving some important information, or maybe asking the right question. And it's okay to exaggerate your stress. And we can use contrastive stress on any word that we want. So look at this sentence, and we can see how changing the stress can change the meaning of the sentence. It depends on the speaker. This is all about a choice the speaker has. So if you imagine this sentence written, right, you're reading it on the screen. This is my 8th TEFL Masterclass for gallery teachers. But if I change the stress in speaking, it does change the meaning. So this is my 8th TEFL class for gallery teachers. It's not Alex's, it's mine. Or this is my 8th TEFL Masterclass for gallery teachers, not my 5th. This is my 8th TEFL Masterclass for gallery teachers, not my teacher masterclass. This is my 8th TEFL Masterclass for gallery teachers. It's not a speaking club, it's a masterclass. This is my 8th TEFL Masterclass for gallery teachers, not museum teachers over the road. And this is my 8th TEFL Masterclass for gallery teachers, not gallery artists down the street. So do you see how by changing the stress, by adding stress to an unusual word, not something that we normally stress in the sentence, the speaker can sort of encode their meaning.